Okay, welcome to today's Autodesk Inventors class. Alright, so we will be attempting the question on the screen. Alright, so based on the question on the screen, we are having 4-part drawing. We are having what? 4-part drawing. Alright, so the first part there is what? Is the body. So that one, it was given to us in what? In first angle orthographic projection. We are given the front view, the plan, and what? And the end view. Alright, so the second part is what? The peg. Alright, we are given just the plan and the front and the what and the end view. So the third one there is the what? The movable jaw. That was also represented in what? In first angle orthographic projection. We are given the front view, the end view, and the what? And the plan. Alright, and the fourth part, the fourth component there is what? Is the thumb screw. The thumb screw. Alright, and we are only given what? One view there. Okay, so I'm going to actually start this drawing with the what? With the body. Okay, so for this body, best bet, so that I won't give myself unnecessary headache, it is better for me to go with the what? With the front view in developing this. Alright, so I'm going to develop this particular drawing taking the part of the what? Of the front view. Okay, so let's start. Alright, so looking at that drawing, the total span there is, I'm going to pick a rectangle. Alright, so on that rectangle, the total height there is 32, while the total span right there is what? 50 plus 24. That's what? 74. Then I press my enter. Pressing my enter, I click on this. I pick my coincidence constraint. Alright, I from the middle right there, then down here. So I told you I must ensure my object is located at the center. You understand? So that if I need any correction to make going forward, I won't actually have what problem in doing so. Alright, so after doing that, then let's start picking out the points. Alright, so we have this particular line here to here. Alright, so we have this particular shape here to somewhere here, then up like this, and we have this shape here to here also. Alright, so at the bottom here we are having okay, let's dimension this first of all. Alright, so picking my dimension, mark from here down here should be 3 as indicated in the plan. 3. Okay, then from here down here is also what? 3 as indicated. Alright, so that is that over there. So this also here to here is what? Is 3. Alright, and here to here, I think that should be 3 automatically. 3. So we're going to accept that. Okay, what's next? So you told that the limit from here to here will be what? Like that, will be 9. Will be 9. Okay, then likewise from here to here also will be what? Will be 9. Okay, enter. Okay, that being settled, we were told that okay. So let me actually produce this line here. Let's produce this line that is actually here. Right, so producing that line, we are told that the dimension from here to the bottom is what? Is mark of what? Mark of 6. Enter. Then this to this is mark of what? Mark of 9. Enter. Okay, that being settled, we are having this line somewhere here down here in this manner, then somewhere here down here in this manner. Alright, so I'm going to pick my dimension 2. Alright, so we are told that the angle from here down here, so here down there is what? Is 30 plus 90 is what? That should be 120. So 120 degrees. Enter. Okay, likewise here to here also will be what? Will be 120 degrees also. 120 degrees. Enter. Alright, so that is the application of a trigonometry or angle, whatever, geometry principle in mathematics. Alright, so the angle, if I'm having a straight line, if I'm having this straight line right here like this, okay, the angle from here towards this area is what? Is 90. Okay, 90 plus the 30 we were having here in the question, that's what, that's 120. Okay, so that comes about the angle of 120, which I actually use right there. Okay, so I think that area is actually clear like that. All right, I think we are good to go. Are we good to go? Yes, we are good to go. We are good to go. But I must actually ensure that this mark from here to here is also what? Yeah, 12. It's 12. All right. Likewise, the mark from here to here also should be what? 12. Yeah, 12. I think that's okay. All right, we are good to go now. Then I'm going to click my, oh, thank God, I have made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, and where is my mistake? Where is my mistake? Here is my mistake. So we don't have this shape here. I was actually picturing something else in my brain, so that's a mistake on my part. Then I actually apologize for that. So these ones aren't there, so I remove it. This area is actually plain as it is, plain like this. Then we are good to go. Yeah, we are good to go. So I'm going to press my what? Finish sketch. Pressing my finish sketch, I'm going to click my what? My extrude. All right, so picking my extrude, I'm going to the thickness based on the plan is thickness of what? 25. Thickness of 25. So picking this, then the whole of this, mark of 25 right there. So 25. So I'm going to extrude this to be what? At the center. So I'm going to use symmetric to position it at the center, which means 12.5 towards this area, 12.5 towards this area. All right, making it what? 25. Then I press my what? My OK. Okay, so after pressing my OK, so I'm going to bring out this view, click on this area, create a new sketch. All right, then on this sketch I'm having a hole there. Hole of what? Diameter what? Let's confirm that hole is going to be m8, which is what? Diameter 8. So locating the center, coming down a little, I draw a circle of diameter what? 8. Enter. So then I'm going to dimension it. So yeah, I'm going to dimension that from the top to the center right here is what? Is 8 also. 8. Enter. Then I'm going to what? Finish. Okay, pressing the finish, I'm going to click on my extrude. Then I'm going to what? Click on all. When I click on all, oh sorry, not all. I'm going to click, let me use a distance. Yeah, distance of the thickness of the area is 12, so 12, distance of 12. All right, and I'm going to what? Cut it out. So that area is what? Is settled. So as I said earlier on, I love fineness. Yeah, so let me actually add a good texture finish to this. So for this, let me go for something gold. You understand? Yeah, I think that's better. View, make it what? Realistic. So better. So then I'm going to what? Save this as what? I'm saving this as what? Body, as indicated in the drawing. Body. Then I'm going to press my what? Enter. So that part is what? Is settled. So Control N, create a new worksheet. All right, creating a new worksheet. I'm going to produce the second item, which is what? The peg. This one is far cheap. It is very easy and cheap, just like what? Plantain chips. Picking my circle, the diameter of the circle is what? Is 3. Enter. Then what? Finish sketch. All right, then I'm going to what? Extrude. Height of what? 15, as you can see. Height of 15. Then what? Enter. So let me give this material of what? Something silverish. Let's make it of silver. All right, view, let's make it realistic, so that's better. So we name it as what? As peg. Peg, as indicated in the what? In the diagram. Pegs. Okay, so take note of this. By the time you are going to assemble this peg, we are going to actually need 2 of this peg. Yeah, we'll be needing 2 of this peg. How do I deduce that? So I'm going to employ you to look at the third item we are going to produce now, the movable jaw. You can see, looking at the plan of that movable jaw, we are having 2 holes there. You understand? 2 holes separated by a distance of what? Of 8 millimeters. All right, and those 2 holes are of what? Diameter 3. So that signifies that what? We are going to be using that peg, this peg on the string. We are going to be having what? 2 of it when you get to what? To the assembly part. So I'm going to employ you to actually have that in mind. All right, so Control N, then create. Let's produce the what? The movable jaw. Let's produce the movable jaw. All right, so for this movable jaw, I'm going to start my development. All right, I'm going to start my development from the plan. Yeah, I'm going to start my development from the plan. Yeah, my development from the plan. So start sketch, create. Okay, so then I'm going to pick a rectangle in this manner. That rectangle will be 15 by 25. So this area here will be what? 15. While this mark here will be what? 25. Enter. Then picking my coincident constraints, looking at the midpoint, sitting down here comfortably. Can you see? Okay. So after doing that, yeah, I'm going to produce circles. You understand? Circle 1, diameter what? 3. All right. Then okay, let me position that circle. I was told that the height of that circle from here to here is what? Is 11. Enter. Okay, so then my circle 2 also is what? Diameter was 3. Enter. So we are told that the distance between the first and second circle is what? Is 8. Okay, and they must actually be located at the center. So how do I do that? I'm going to pick my thin line right here. Pick my line. Okay, produce an hidden line right there, as you can see on the screen. And I'm going to pick my what? My symmetric constraint. Okay, then I'm going to pick this, then what? This. You can see well positioned. All right, so that's about that. Okay, right there towards the bottom we're having a V-shape area, dimension of length what? With a span of 3. Okay, picking my line right here, taking away the hidden line stuff. So from this midpoint, let me just produce this line here in this manner. All right, so having this here, let me produce this like this, then from here also like this. All right, so I'm going to dimension this and this to be what? To be mark of what? Mark of 3. Enter. Then I'm going to use this my symmetric constraint here, here, and here, as you can see right there. Okay, so let's, we are not giving the height of this V-shaped area, so I'm going to suggest we use the height as 1.5. Let's make it 1.5. all right, enter. I think this one is a little bit okay or better, so that's it. All right, so then I'm going to click out our finish sketch. So finishing our sketch as it is right there, we are going to be what? Extruding. So when I press my extrude command, I'm going to extrude the whole of this to a height of 15. That height of 15 is gotten from my what? From my front view, which is at the top of my plan. All right, so yeah, dimension of what? 15. That's it. Then what? Okay, so we are having what? This right now. Okay, so let's create the other part here. The other part we are having here. So how do we create that? We are going to pick this side and what? Create sketch. Creating our sketch, I'm going to project geometry. Click on this, then what? My what? Okay, you can see in that manner. Then I'm going to pick a line in this manner from the midpoint there. Just drag the line inwards. Okay, then draw towards this area. Then pick my dimension from here down here should be what? 3. Enter. Then our symmetric constraint, this edge to this edge. That's it. All right, so then the height from this edge to this area should be what? 1.5, which is already so. Then what? Accept. Okay, what's the next thing to do? I'm going to what? Finish my sketch. Finishing my sketch, I'm going to click on extrude. then clicking on extrude, I only pick what, so you need to be careful. First part, no, that's a mistake. So you need to be careful. We only need these two parts, right? This first part and this second part. Okay, so now that's it. So then we are going to click distance of what, all, distance all. Can you see? I'm going to click my what, okay. So that area is what is set to as it is. So then turning to the back here, clicking on this surface, you create a sketch. We are having a hole there. All right, that hole is a hole of diameter 8 as seen on the end view. Diameter 8. All right, hole of diameter 8, and that hole is sitting at the middle. So picking my circle, locating the midpoint here, coming down to the midpoint here also. Okay, I think this is the midpoint here. Diameter of what? 8. Enter. Okay, so let's confirm it. You know the height there is what, 15. Here to here should give us 7.5. That's it. Settled. As set. So finish sketch. So as you can see on that diagram there, instead of using our normal extrude to create this hole, so the hole we have in there is not just a direct circle. It's a hole that has a pointed edge on the internal. So how do we do that? So we are going to click on the hole command. Can you see the hole command? So what type of hole do we have here? It is this. Take a look at this drilled hole and the one in the diagram on the screen. You can see that they are the same. This one is a counterbore hole. This one is a spot face, and this one is a countersink face. So we are using this, which is there. So this area is to actually state the height, while this area is to show the diameter. All right. So picking the center of our circle here, can you see? So changing the diameter here to 8. Can you see? Then what is the distance towards the inside? The distance here is what? Is 9. Okay, can you see? So then I press my what? Okay. I press my okay. So if you actually see the inside, can you see the inside? Can you see the inside over there? You can see that it is giving you what, a pointed inside over there. So take note of that. So by the time you section it, you're actually going to see what I'm trying to drive home. All right. So for this, I love stuff to be what, realistic. So let me choose steel alloy for this. Also steel alloy. Okay, then view, visual style, realistic. Okay, so I think that's better. So then let's produce the last part. Okay, so using your standard IPT, you create. After creating, I pick my start to the sketch. I'm going to pick any plane. Okay, so for this particular object, we will be revolving. Yeah, we'll be revolving. You can see that it is a cylindrical object, the thumb screw, but it is not a regular circle. Yeah, it's an irregular cylindrical object. All right, you can see in an area we have diameter 6. We have a neck there. Diameter of neck should be 5. We have the image thread part at the bottom, which is the something like the chunk at the top over there. We have diameter 12. So we are going to actually revolve this. So how do we go about this? Let's start. So picking my line from here. Okay, starting from this area, I come right here, drag this to the top. All right, coming right here, then coming back. So I'm going to make this as the chunk. So the diameter over there is what? Is 12. 12 divided by 2 is what? 6. Picking my 6, enter. And the length of the area is 12 also. So this height is what? Is 12, enter. All right. So what's next? The M8 part. Yeah, the M8 part. Okay, picking my line, standing somewhere here. Let me just extend this to the top right there, coming down here, finishing it this way, then coming back to this area here. Okay, so in that manner. All right, and we were told that somewhere there we have diameter of 5. All right, diameter of 5. Okay, so we dimension this area to be what? To be 4. Okay, dimension this area to be what? To be 4, because the area is what? Is M8. Okay, after doing that, towards the top here we have the neck, which is diameter what? Diameter 5. So pick your circle. Alright, after picking your circle, you can produce a circle of what? Diameter 5. Enter. Then tangential constraint from here down here. Okay, so then we check the measurement from this edge to, okay, I think they are on the same plane there, so settled like that. Then I'm going to what? Pick my line. Alright, joining it from here, going up there, coming down there, then what? Coming to the bottom right there. So dimension this area to be what? 3. Alright, so on the question, this area is also what? 3. Enter. Then the other height from this bottom to this top here is what? Is 62. And what? And enter. So that is it on the screen right there. So you what? You finish sketch. So after finishing your sketch, after finishing our sketch, we pick our what? Our revolve tool. Okay, after picking our revolve, where are we going to select? We select, okay, something is actually fishing here. This area is not closed yet, so which means I need to go back and what? And correct this area. So cancel and sketch. Yeah, so what's actually wrong here? Let's confirm that. No. Okay, I'm going to trim this area off. Okay, area is okay. So let me cross check. Still having the same issue. Okay, so best bet, I'm going to recreate this area. I think that's where the issue actually stems from. Alright, let me delete the whole of this area. So that's because the area is not enclosed yet. So picking my circle, I'm drawing a circle of diameter 5. Enter. Okay, tangential constraint from here down here. Okay, dimension from here to here, the distance here should be 0. Okay, in that manner, settled. Then picking my line right there, so joining from here to the top right there, then coming right here. So dimension of this area is what? Is 3 instead of 3. Settled. And the height right here is what? Is 3. Settled. Okay, I told that the height from here to the bottom right here is what? Is 62, which is that right there. So finishing my sketch right now. Okay, I think we are going to actually have it right now. Okay, so then picking my what? My revolve to, what's wrong? Something is not adding up here. Right? Okay, so for the fourth part, which is the thumb script, so we are going to be applying what? The revolve command, as I said earlier on, the revolve command. Alright, so I'm going to start it from here. This down here, up here, back here, then down here. Okay, so the dimension here is what? 12. Half of 12 is what? 6. Enter. The height here is what? Is 12. Enter. Alright, that is what? That is settled. That is said. What else? I'm going to break this line from here, draw from here. Alright, yeah, so just extend it, then coming back here, down here, then what? Down here. Alright, so the dimension of this line is said to be what? 4, because the diameter of that area is what? Is 8. Okay, so after doing that, what's the next procedure? The next procedure is this. I'm going to pick my circle command. I'm going to produce a circle of diameter, what's diameter 5, because if you look at that thumb screen, you will have an information of what diameter of neck is, what is 5. Okay, after doing that, I'm going to actually pick my dimension the center of this circle down here, all right, to be what, to be 0. Okay, then I'm going to constrain this to be tangential to what, this area here, that's settled. Then I'm going to what, pick my line from here. I'm going to draw this in this manner, coming up here, all right, then what, drag it this down here. Okay, so the dimension for this area is what, is 3, as it is indicated in the what, in the question, all right, and the diameter here is also what, diameter 6, which we are going to use what, 3 also. And don't forget our total length from here, okay, right there to the bottom here. We are told that that height is what, is 62. All right, enter. I think we are done. Yeah, I think we are done. Okay, so let's finish sketch. Finishing our sketch, we come right here and what, we pick our what, our revolve command. So picking my revolve command, I'm going to what, okay, this area is not picking. So what's actually happening there? That area is not closed yet, so we need to go and ensure it is what, it is closed, because if that area is not properly closed, yeah, if it is not properly closed, it won't actually be able to revolve. So how do we do that? First of all, let me remove this dimension here, delete that. All right, so I'm going to trim this one right here. Okay, trimming that right there. I think I should be okay to be on the safer side. This down here. Okay, draw this also to the top. Okay, then just like drawing another line on the one you've drawn earlier on. Okay, so it should work this way. So picking my revolve command, then coming here, you can see it worked. Picking that area, picking this area, picking this area, then picking my axis, picking this area, you can see. So then I'm going to what, okay, having it in that manner. So only this part is threaded, this part here is only threaded. So clicking that, I'm going to what, press my okay. Okay, we are having an handle here, all right, so handle of diameter 5 with length of 38. So come to your what, origin, yeah, pick xz or yx plane, either of the two. So picking this xz plane, you can see that xz plane was divides this into what, into 2 equal parts. Can you see? So that's the beauty. So then picking my command, okay, so then using my saw to actually cut it. Yeah, so viewing it, we have it right here. Okay, so I'm going to what, click my what, circle of diameter, what, diameter 5, enter. Then dimension is what, mark of 6 from the bottom here, down here is what, is 6, right, enter. Then what, finish sketch. And I'm going to what, pick my what, my extrude is already there. So length of what, length of 38, all right, and it is what, it is symmetric, in this manner. Then I'm going to press my what, my okay. So before we proceed, this bottom part here, we are having a fillet there, fillet of radius 6, all right. So then applying it right there, we have it that way. Then okay, after pressing okay, let's make this realistic also. Clicking that, let me use as something like let me use my silver also. Yeah, I think I prefer that. So this is okay for me. I'm going to use my visual style realistic. So that is the 4th component right there. So we save it as what, as thumb script, all right, as thumb script. Then what we save. Okay, so what's the next procedure now? The next procedure is what? Is to assemble it. Control N. So you come to your what? ISO IDW. I click. You can see the icon here actually changed. And I'm going to what? Create. So as I said earlier, my system is original. So let's wait while it is actually what? Loading. Alright. Okay, so we have, oh sorry, that was a mistake on my part. For assembly, we should be having control N. It should be standard MMIAM for assembly, please. Standard MMIAM. And I click on create. Okay. Alright, standard MMIAM. Alright, so we have our drawing environment. So click on this. I'm going to press place. After pressing place, wait, our part here is not complete yet, so I need to save this last one. I think I haven't saved this. Okay, so what's the name of this one? I need to save it. Movable jaw. Enter. So then coming to my assembly now, it will reflect. So place, so I have it. Body, movable jaw, pegs, and thumb screw. Right, open. So I'm having everything right there. So that's it. Then I'm going to click escape. Alright, so do not forget I said this our peg. We are going to be needing it was 2 times. Okay, so I'm going to press place and pick only peg. Open. There are 2 of the peg. So settled. Alright, then escape. So yeah. So which one is going to act as the base? This one. So I'm going to ground this. So my body, I'm going to right click on body and press what? Grounded. So my body is what? Is not movable. Why the rest are what? Are movable. The body is not what? Is not movable. Okay, so what's the next procedure now? The next procedure is this. This is the next procedure. So let me actually tilt. Okay, constraints. Picking my constraint, I'm going to use insert. With my insert constraint, I'm going to insert this area. Yeah, you can see the edge there. Okay, towards this area, but on this area it is going to be what? To the very bottom. Alright, very bottom, which is right there. Can you see? So I'm going to press what? Apply. Okay, clicking my apply, I'm having this in this manner. Alright, I'm going to click my what? Peg from here with insert, then down here. Okay, apply, then my peg also, then down here, and what? Okay. Alright, so we are having a complete of this. You can see now. So that area was already settled. You can see I can revolve it right there, and right there. 2, 2, 2, and 2. Okay, so what's the next procedure? So let's continue. Okay, so how do we place the complete of this inside this area now? So the very first thing is I need to align the whole of this to this particular plane. They need to be in alignment. So how do I do that? So I'm going to click my constraint. Alright, so after clicking my constraint, I'm going to click on angle. Yeah, clicking on angle, you can see this object right here is what is perpendicular to this, which is angle 90. So if I want to make it to be on the same plane as this, it is going to be at angle of what? 180. So my angle is what? 180 degrees. Then I'm going to pick this what? Directed angle. Picking the directed angle, I'm going to actually pick this and this here. You can see. So I'm going to click my what? My apply. So as you can see now, so that's it. So they are on the same plane as it is. So then I'm now going to what? Use my mate. Using my mate command, I'm going to what? Click this right here, then with what? This right here. Alright. So then I'm going to click what? OK. Clicking my OK, so you can see. That's it. So admittedly it is an industrial use now. There is a way to do it such that this object won't actually go beyond this boundary and this boundary here. But since we are not applying it industrially, we are using it educationally, so I'm going to actually leave the constraint that way. So let us move on. So as you can see, our object is already what? Already assembly. So let's make this area tilted this way. Okay, yeah, so I think it's better this way. So that's it, in that manner. Okay, I can widen it. Right click, set current fit to view, then what, save. I'm going to save as our, let's name it as vice, because it's a vice assembly. Right, vice assembly. So okay, so that is it right there. So next is to what, is to create the working drawings, isometric, orthographics, and what, and the like. So I'm going to press my Ctrl N. Clicking my Ctrl N, I'm coming to what, ISO IDW. Then I'm going to what, create. Okay, so pressing my create, I'm going to pick on what, base. So picking my base, I already have the object there. Okay, let me first of all create my path list. Alright, let's create our path list first of all. So let's increase the scale of this to something 2:1. Yeah, not too big, better. So I'm going to click my what, my OK. I'm going to click on my what, my annotate, then my what, my balloon. Click on my balloon. I'm having this to be okay. Okay, item 1, enter. Okay, this also, enter. This also, enter. Then this also, enter. Okay, that has been settled right there. So what else? My part list, pick that box, pick our assembly, then open, then what, okay. So we have it in that manner. Alright, so double click on it. So this area will be what, format column, make it part name, alright, part name. Okay, so description, the body is created with a combination of what, milling, right, milling and boring, on the late, boring, BORING. Okay, the movable jaw, that one is created by what, by milling and boring also, milling and boring. So the pegs, those ones are pure what, turning on what, on lathe. Alright, so the thumb screw is also what, turning and threading on lathe, turning and threading on what, on lathe. Then we click what, OK. We click our what, our OK. Okay, so before we proceed on this body, on our body here, this area was actually what, a threaded area. So I'm coming here, I'm going to what, pick my thread, then what, apply it right there, then what, okay, yeah, it is going to actually show in other views also. So I come to my vice assembly, I what, I receive, okay, so okay, yeah, so that's it. Okay, okay, all right, so I'm going to reposition this right here. All right, then Control S. So we save this as isometric view. All right, so yeah, we edit the naming right here, feed test, edit feed test, part number, edit project, then we what, we cancel that right there, and what, okay. So we pick our multi-test. What scale do we use for this drawing? We use a scale of 2:1. So our multi-test right here will be our what, our scale equals what, 2:1. 2:1. Okay. All right, and right here we are going to write what? Isometric view. Isometric view, then what? Then okay. In this drawing we can also have an auxiliary view. Yeah, we can have an auxiliary view. So let's do that now. Let's produce our auxiliary view. All right, so Control V. So I'm in my Control N. With my Control N, I create. All right, so I click on base. Clicking on my base in this manner, scale to what? 2:1. Then having this in this manner, let me tilt it this way. I think it's better this way. I pick my auxiliary. Okay, clicking it this way, then picking this plane. Okay, so if your object doesn't have a tilted line like this, you can't produce auxiliary on it, right? Except if you want to produce an auxiliary section. So that's that about that. So positioning this right here is what is good. So let me position this very well. Okay, to create space. All right, to create space. So so this one, there are hidden lines here. So I'm going to double click right here and click on remove hidden line, then okay, you can see. So it is better this way. Then I'm going to save that. Vice assembly auxiliary view. All right, so also I'm going to go and change this thing right here. So clicking on my ISO, edit field test. All right, part number, assembly, project, cancel, okay, annotate, multi-test. Right here, scale is what? 2:1. Okay, then I'm going to name it as auxiliary view. Auxiliary view, then then okay. All right, so that is settled. Then save it. Okay, so we move. So let's create the orthographic view of the complete assembly drawing. Okay, base in this manner, then scale to be 2:1. All right, so right here I'm having this right here, I'm having my plan right here, my end view right here, isometric view if needed right here. So let me reduce that scale. Let me use 1:0.7. I think this is better. Okay, then okay. All right, so I need to put the dimension. So I'm going to click on annotate dimension. So annotate dimension. Then on my dimension, let me start from this bottom first of all. All right, so that width from here down here 74. Enter. So here to here is 3. Enter. Here to here is 9. Enter. Okay, so this down here is this. Enter. Radius 6. Enter. Length of 12. Enter. Right, so right here angle of 90 degrees. Enter. Okay, this and this separated by distance of 8. Enter. This is radius, diameter 3, radius 1.5. Enter. And the whole of this place is 25. Enter. Okay, and this down here 4. Enter. this to this is 15, enter. Alright, I think that one is better right there. So here, right there, 120 degrees. Here to here, 74, enter. Okay, here to here is what, 32, enter. Here to here is 3, enter. This one is diameter 5, enter. Okay, this one is 12, enter. Here to here is also 12, enter. Here to here is 3, enter. Here is 15, enter. 15 also, enter. Alright, so this one is 50, enter. I think that's all we need here. Okay, so I'm going to pick my manage style editor. On my style editor, yeah, it's loading, just bear with me. Alright, for my style editor, default under dimension, default ISO, then period 0 0 texts. The first item under the drop bar, under each drop bar, you pick the first item under the drop bar. First item under the drop bar. Display offset of my dimension line should be 2. My arrowhead should be 3. Then what? Save and close. That's it. So we save this as, yeah, you might use different name to save it. Alright, so this is my own preference. So vice assembly autographic. Okay, I'm going to save mine as that. So it actually shows you I need to remove that there. So you come here also, you edit it. Okay, you click this project, you erase this, and you okay. So you know the name you actually want there. Alright, so our scale here is ratio 0.7 if I can recall. Scale is ratio 0.7. Yeah, that's what we used. Okay, then this one will be my what? My orthographic view. Okay, then okay. So this is my preference. You might use anything else. That's your choice. Alright. So I've created for the full assembly view. I've created the assembly view, the assembly auxiliary view, the assembly part list, and the assembly orthographic view. Alright, so what next am I going to be creating? I'm going to be creating this assembly section view. Yeah, assembly section view. Control N, create assembly section view. So base in this manner to pick the view. I think this view is better in this manner. Scale to 0.6. Let's see, a little bit bigger, manageable, sitting right here. Okay, then what? My section, picking my section line, going to sorry, I'm going to actually change this view. Yeah, I need the plan, not the elevation, the plan, that way. Okay, then picking my section, picking this. Alright, so coming this way, then this way, and towards the top, like that, in that manner. Alright, so several areas there are section. So both are not section. Click on both, click on what? Hide. That's it. I think that's it. The rest, we are what? Good to go. We are good to go. Alright, so that is that about that. Okay, we can actually display the full isometric of this one somewhere here. Alright, so that's about that. So I'm going to click my annotate do my dimensioning. All right, so you dimension this one the same as what you actually have here. So the same dimension you apply here and here, so apply it right here also, so as to save our time. And your manage style editor, you apply the same thing here also, all right. So let's move. So you can name this as vice assembly section. All right, so don't forget to change the necessary information here, just the same way we did the ones we encountered earlier on. So now it's time to create the orthographic and sectional view of each of the parts. So in this particular drawing, we have 4 parts which we assemble together. So let's pick the parts one after the other. So my control N, with my control N, I create, all right. Creating, I go to what? Base. Then going on base, I click this column here. Let's start with the first one, which is what? The body. I pick the body, I press what? Open. So pressing my open, coming in this manner, I'm having it this way. So sitting down here, let me increase the scale to 2:1. That was not too big. Yeah, better. Okay, so I'm having the plan, the end view, and what? The isometric view in this manner. So let me shift this up a little. This come down there and what? Okay, so then my annotate my dimension. With my dimension, I have this right here. Okay, I have here to here, right here. Okay, I'm having this right here to be what? Mark of 3. Okay, I'm having right here. Okay, as that, about that. So on the front here, sorry, the angle from here to here is what? 120 degrees. Okay, the height from here down here is what? 3. Okay, the height from here to here is what? 29. Okay, so that span here is what? 12. Okay, alright, so that's about that. I think that's all I need here. Maybe this 50. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to save it. So you save it as body orthographic, yeah, body orthographic. Enter. Alright, that inserted. Okay, so my manage style editor, my this to be 0, my this to be what? 0 also. My display, this area should be what? 2. This area should be what? 3. Text, this way, 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 and this way. Then what? Save and close. So that is it. So this same way you dimension this, you are going to dimension the other part like that. So Control N, I'm creating. Alright, I'm creating. So base, then I'm picking my body, open, and this manner down here on a scale of 2:1. Right, having this right here. So with my OK intact, I pick my section, coming down here, this to the top right here, as you can see. Then with my section also, this right here to the top, towards direction. I'm having this also. Yeah, I need it. So annotate dimension. Yeah, this area is diameter what? Diameter 8. Alright, so midpoint to that is what? 8 also, and that down here is this. Alright, so this to this is what? 120. Right there, right there. Okay, this manner here to here, right there. Okay, I think that's all. So you will do your manage and your style editor wherever you understand, to make sure they are properly done. So don't let us waste our time here. So you do that on your own. Alright, so you save it also, maybe as body underscore section, body section, and you do the necessary editing you need to do right here at this field text edit. Alright, so let's move to the next part, okay, because of time. So create. Alright, so base, on my base I pick the second part, which is the movable jaw. The movable jaw, having it in this manner, I'm going to do it this way. Check. Okay, yeah, having it in this manner right here, and right here. Okay, so with this right here, I'm going to click on my what? My OK. Alright, so let's shift this up a little. So annotate dimension, this right here, this to this right here, alright, this to this right here, alright, then here, down here, right here, alright, then here, right here, in that manner. Okay, this to this right here also, this to this right here. Okay, I think that's all we need here. That's all we need. Alright, so you save. Okay, you do your manage style editor. Coming up. Okay, my default ISO period 0 0 display. On my display I place 2 on the offset, S size, that's 903. Text, change, first drop, the first item under the drop bar. That's what you pick, and what? Save and close. So we are good to go. So you save it with the necessary filing which you need to actually use. Alright, save it with them. So this one I'm going to do movable jaw orthographic. That's my own preference, so you can change yours. Alright, so my control N, my create. So base, I'm creating the sectional view of that now. Base, my movable jaw, open in this manner, picking the plan this time around, having this in this manner right here. Okay, I'm clicking on what? Okay, my section, section need to show those parts that we not seen earlier on. That's the importance of what? Of sectioning. So how do we do that? So I'm going to start my section from somewhere here. Just take a look. I want to show these circles and the likes also. From here down here, let me pick to this midpoint here. Okay, coming out here to the top here. Yeah, wow, I'm having something else. So let's check this. Okay, yeah, even going to have it. Let me do it normal sectional view. Yeah, so that's that over there, right there. I'm going to section this also in this manner, right? I think, yeah, it's well dictated like this, well dictated. So your annotate dimension, this down here, right? This down here, right? This to this down here, alright, this down here, alright. So in short, just apply the same dimension you applied right here. Yeah, the same dimension, sorry, the same dimension you applied here. Okay, so you can just apply it here also, so as to save our time. Alright, so that is that about this part. I will name it movable jaw section. And don't forget to do the necessary information you ought to do here. Yeah, don't forget to change the necessary information you ought to change here, and also remember to change the style editor for the dimension part there. So we move to the third one here, the third one also. So we are still maintaining ISO IDW, then create. Alright, after creating, we pick base. This third object is what the peg. So opening our peg, we have this here. Okay, we have the plan, we have the end view, and we have maybe the isometric view somewhere here. Okay, so 10:1, that's bogus. Wow, that's the, we can move this one right here. Okay, so that's it, straightforward. Dimension this right here 3, this right here 15. Yeah, that's all. So you control it, save this pegs orthographic, right? Pegs orthographic. You come to your manage style editor. Style editor, default ISO period 0 0, display on my display offset 2, size 3, my test. Yeah, the first drop bar, the first item in the drop bar, that will you pick throughout. First item, then save and close, so you are good to go. Okay, so my control N, the section for my what, for my peg, the sectional view of my peg now. So base, this right here, my peg, open. Alright, so preferably let me show the plan. So from the plan, okay, then my what, my section, with my section right here, this down here, then to the top in this manner. Then I think it's okay like that. Annotate, just your dimension the same way we did the first one right there. Okay, so do the manage style editor and the editing of the information right here to change this part. Alright, so I'm going to label this as what, pegs section, enter. Alright, I hope you're actually learning from all of this. Okay, so control N, create, and create. So base, picking my base. So the last part there was the thumb screw, open. So for my thumb screw, let me increase the scale to something 2:1. Yeah, this is better. In that manner, the end view and the what, the plan. So then what? Okay, with my okay, annotate dimension to dimension. Yeah, here down here is what? 62. Enter. Here down here is what? 12. Enter. So this is radius 6. Enter. This radius 5. Enter. Distance from here to here is 38. Enter. This diameter 6. Enter. This radius 2.5. Enter. The distance from here to here is 3. Enter. And the distance from here to here is also 4.7. Does that need? Okay, let's include. I think that's all we have here. Okay, yeah, that's all we have there. So your manage style editor loading, right? So style editor, default ISO period 0 0 text, the first item under the drop bar, first item. So this area you can change it also. You can change it. That's the font of your dimension. You can change the font also. Alright. So that is that about that. So that's it. So this one is what preview skew orthographic. So you change the necessary settings. Alright, change the necessary settings up there. Okay, I can also add this here. Yeah, I think this can sit right here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that is that about that. So Control N. I create also. After creating, I am producing the section of my what, of my last item there, which is what, the thumb screen. Open. So scale 2:1. Coming right here, having the end view there. Okay, section, I can as well section this here all the way here, then to the bottom in this manner. Settled. So remember we don't section both, so I'm going to hide that one. Alright, so annotate dimension, this to this 74, this to this 12, this. Okay, this to this 3. Alright, this radius 2.5 right there, this to this 38 right there, and this is 6 right there. Okay, that's also apply your, you can save this as what, maybe just screw section. So this is my own preference. You can use your own preference also. So this is just my own preference. Okay, so you change the distance. Let me change that right here. Field test, edit, click this, project, cancel. Okay, test, scale. I use 2:1. Scale 2:1. Alright, then this area I'm going to write section view or whatever. It's your choice. Actually, it's your choice. So that's that about that. So that is the total drawing package of this particular slide. You understand? So the most important thing to do here is what, to produce each of the parts. Then after producing the part, you assemble it. Then from your assembly, the rest is purely automation. Yeah, purely automation. All right. So thanks for your time. See you in the next slide. All right. So what's left for us to do is to do the last part. So my control N, which is the IPN file. So coming to standard IPN. All right. So I'm going to press what, create. Okay. So after pressing my create, let's wait. It's still loading. All right. So this is the working environment of that. So I'm going to pick my vice assembly as the file there. I'm going to what, open. All right. So, and this is it right here. This is it right here. So how do we do this now? So I'm going to click on my what, my tweak component. Clicking on my tweak component, I'm going to remove this pin, these pegs at the same time, both of them, instead of one after the other. So I'm going to click on the first peg here. After clicking this first peg, I press Control on my keyboard. Pressing the Control, holding it down, I click on what, this second peg. You understand? After clicking on that second peg, then I now what, I'm going to what, bring it up now. You see the two will what, come out at the same time. That is that about that. Okay, it comes out at the same time. All right, after that has been settled, what's the next procedure? The next procedure is to what, click this. Clicking this, I'm going to what, bring this what out also in this manner. All right, then replace this, so this also what, comes out. So that is what is actually interesting. And press my what, my mark, which is what, okay. So I can actually play this out. So that one is going to go down there. All right, that one enters, and this one what, settles downward. That is how to what, to do it. So if we are to disengage it, the pin comes out first. All right, before this can come out. And this, the reason why the pin is going to come out first is this. That pin is the one holding, the pin is sitting right here and right here. So it's holding this one in place inside that what, inside this particular portion here. So that is why the pin needs to come out first, then this out, then what, this. Okay, so that is that about that. So you save this and press what, enter. So that is that about that is that about that. So that brings us to the end of this particular slide. See you in the next slide, and thank you.